Now, I'm sure many of you have heard of Sonic the Hedgehog. This guy. You know the stories about Sonic, fastest thing alive, blue streak, all that stuff. But before Infinite showed up, he still wasn't the fastest thing alive. Sonic is hiding a secret, and I can tell you what that secret is. Now, the person I'm talking about has approved me to make this video. I just hope that the freedom fighters don't find me and try to kill me for saying this. Now, this secret, its name, has to be none other than blue haired Joseph, otherwise known as Joseph O'Connor. Now, I know you're thinking that he's just a human Sonic the Hedgehog, but he's more than that. He's actually a human person that you can actually relate to and talk to when you need help. He is a true hero. Sonic is just a vigilante compared to this guy. And I can prove it. Let me tell you a story. Joseph was in college. He had gotten where he wanted to be. He was achieving his goals. He had everything. But then he fell through a portal while he was in the middle of class. Everyone was worried. Everyone was trying to find out where he had gone. But he had landed in Dr. Robotnik's lair. Yeah, that asshole. So, anyways, Ivo decided to experiment on Joseph using DNA from Sonic to try and make a new Sonic. Unfortunately, before he could do that, Joseph grabbed a blue Chaos Emerald, the most powerful of the Chaos Emeralds, and he basically used it against Robotnik. Now, this is the only case of somebody using a Chaos Emerald other than Sonic Shadow and Silver. Nobody can explain why. Not even Joseph can explain why. But he did it. And that caused a chain reaction in his body to make his hair blue and also changed his internal DNA, which it basically made him the new Sonic. Now, normally this would have killed him, but like I said, nobody can explain why he was capable of using the most powerful Chaos Emerald, because normally humans would die from touching a Chaos Emerald. Like, that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 where the lady touches the Power Stone and she explodes? Yeah, something like that, except way worse. But anyways, Joseph is the new Sonic. And his power doesn't come from the Chaos Emerald itself. It comes from his body. It comes from himself. Because the Chaos Emerald simply activated a certain gene in his body. It didn't give him his power. So he got out of there extremely fast, obviously, and he landed on Mobius. Because Robotnik was in space after all. So he is found by Sonic as he's running along alone. And he offers him a place among the freedom fighters. Now, note that Joseph is from our world. So Sonic is just a story at this point, but Joseph really wants to be like Sonic. But he declines for some reason. And That reason being, he doesn't want people to freak out that a human from another dimension, where there is no such thing as superheroes and superpowers and all that, would have a place or a chance against Robotnik. He feels that he's not worthy of his power, so he declines. Then he realizes he's made a mistake, but he thinks it's too late. And then he just goes on a vigilante sort of thing. So, what does Sonic do? After a few months, he decides to go talk to him, to Joseph. And then he decides that it's best if he's kept in check, which Joseph is someone who doesn't like to be controlled. So Joseph says, no fucking way. And the two get into a fight, which, note, Joseph did not want to fight at all. He tried to calm down the situation a little bit, but Sonic was actually the one who threw the first punch. So, yeah. Joseph actually kicks Sonic's ass. Like, it's a more one-sided than Infinite kicking Sonic's ass. So, yeah. Enough with the story. Let me get on to the powers that this guy has. So, Joseph has gone what appears to be 18 Mobius years into a black hole, which, remember, a black hole would destroy basically anything. And Joseph doesn't have a crazy defense boost like Sonic does. He's just that tough. So, when he woke up, he ran out of that black hole back onto Mobius in less than a minute. And yes, I say he ran because there were, in fact, platforms in the black hole. Trust me, I've seen it for myself. So, that should just give you a glimpse at how fast he actually is. So, another speed feat is him racing against Infinite for information. Infinite said, if you want information on the Freedom Fighters, you are going to have to race me for it. Joseph accepted, and Infinite is like 5 billion times faster than light. So, yeah. Joseph overlapped him during that race 500 times and still had time to go get a chili dog. Without beans, obviously. But that's besides the point. Joseph is no slouch when it comes to melee either. So, let me just give you some strength feats. He has held up a freaking planet of pure diamond, mind you, the size of Jupiter. He lifted it up, he threw it, and when it tried to come back down, he just punched it into, I think the report said 553 quadrillion pieces. Are they quadrillion, quintillion? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm stupid. But yeah. He has actually survived hits from Mario, which Mario is considered one of the strongest characters in the universe. if not the multiverse. Seriously, Mario is very powerful. And while Sonic is not that good at reacting as fast as his speed allows him to, Joseph has faster reaction times than his speed allows him to be. So, yeah. Joseph actually fought and beat Mario to a standstill. And he's even taken on Godzilla Earth. As in, he's taken the atomic breath from Godzilla Earth and survived it without a scratch. So, yeah, he's pretty darn tough. Joseph is the true fastest thing alive. And honestly, he's tired of being cast aside from Sonic. Now, I know I said earlier that he declined to be part of the Freedom Fighters, but he's changed. He's learned so much. And honestly, he has tried to get into the Freedom Fighters ever since he realized that he was supposed to be a hero, not a vigilante. But Sonic is the one denying him the right to be in the Freedom Fighters. So I encourage Sonic, if he does watch this, to make Joseph a public figure and allow him to be in the Freedom Fighters, because Joseph has more than earned his right to be in the Freedom Fighters. He has taken Gun and basically showed them who's boss. He has kept Infinite at bay ever since Sonic and his friends defeated him. And like I said, someone decided to throw a Jupiter-sized diamond planet, and he saved the day from that. And he's even taken on Enerjack. Granted, he lost, but it wasn't like a embarrassing defeat. It was like a narrow defeat. And Joseph is still learning. Joseph could be one of the most powerful characters in the multiverse. And with the right training from Sonic and from his friends, he could be. But Sonic decided that it's best to hide Joseph from the rest of the world. And not even Joseph knows why. So, yeah, I encourage Sonic very much to make Joseph a public hero. Because Joseph is ready. He is very much ready. So, yeah. This was Joseph, otherwise known as Blue Hair Joseph. And I will see you in the next character video, because I cover characters from across the multiverse. Yeah, I discovered how to travel across the multiverse. So what? Shut up.